Hurricanes affect every aspect of our lives, including the trees that we love. Hey, I'm Matt Latham, Certified Arborist and Tree Expert, and I wanted to tell you about 3 important steps you need to take with your trees after they've been damaged by a hurricane. Number 1 is safety. We want to make sure that any tree that's been affected, you want to keep everybody and everything you possibly can away from those trees. Things to look for are branches that have become dislodged or are hanging. These can fall out at any given notice and crush anything under them. You also want to look for trees that are leaning that weren't leaning before, or trees that have the soil that's upheaved around it, or if you see roots popping out, obviously. This is a tree that is falling, that is in the process of falling, and you want to get a professional out there to take care of it immediately. Number 2 is we want to make sure and check to see if the tree needs to be removed or if it can be salvaged. And I go by the 50% rule. If 50% or more of the canopy has been damaged, you need to go ahead and consider possibly removing it. But if 50% or less of the canopy has been damaged, there's a pretty good shot you have of saving it with the right steps. Now, structurally, whenever a tree loses a portion of its limbs, or its canopy, if you will, the rest of it that's remaining is actually much weaker and more prone to breaking in future storms. So it's important to have a certified arborist look at it and determine what steps need to be taken to restore this canopy and make sure it's structurally sound. So number 3 is we actually want to fertilize. Now this is one of the most important steps, but it's often the most overlooked after a hurricane. Now, during flooding conditions of hurricanes, soils actually lose all of the oxygen in a matter of hours. And so what happens is trees need to breathe. So they switch breathing oxygen and they start breathing nitrogen. Now this is a great short-term solution, but it depletes levels of nitrogen in the soil almost immediately within 2 to 3 hours and leaves the tree set up for failure later on. So now you've got a tree that's lost a lot of its limbs, or even a limb. It needs extra resources to heal that wound, and you've got no resources in the soil to do so. So it's important to fertilize for the next 3 to 5 years and monitor the soil levels to make sure that they're healthy. Make sure the trees have exactly what they need to grow and thrive. Hey, do me a favor. If your trees were affected by the hurricane, I'd love to help you out. Take a look at them. And fortunately, nowadays, we can do that virtually with a little help from you and your smartphone and some borrowed technology. So do me a favor. I'd love to take a look at your trees virtually, help you determine exactly what they need moving forward. Do me a favor, comment down below with the word hurricane, and we'll reach out to you ASAP. Thanks so much, and I look forward to connecting and talking trees with you. Bye now.